Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my newest anti-haul. I've only done one other of these types of videos before, so if you're unfamiliar with exactly what the point of this is, I would recommend that you check that one out. This is very much so inspired by Kimberly Clark, who started this series, and I definitely felt like this type of video has a very important place here in the YouTube world. The whole idea behind these videos is basically to kind of have a discussion and a dialogue about some of the collections that are either about to come out or have already come out, maybe things that have been out for a really long time, but you have no intention of picking them up. I do plan on doing a pretty big anti-haul. I'm assuming it's going to be big actually, around the holiday season, because I feel like that's when they really start pushing a bunch of useless crap, so stay tuned for that. This is legit the fourth time, I think the fourth time I have filmed this video, but I've been having super huge technical issues with my setup. Me and my husband sat down today for like an hour and worked on it, so hopefully I've got this figured out now. And as usual, I have 10 tens. Don't forget to check out my original anti-haul video where I kind of break down some entire like brands I have no interest in supporting. The beginning of that video is a little bit long, but the point of it is to kind of articulate to you guys how I feel about this type of video and why I think it's important. It is fun to sit around and kiki and talk shit about different silly makeup products, but at the end of the day, the motivation behind creating this is more important to me than just doing something that's trending right now. So check it out. So I have some notes here on my phone. I will insert any pictures if I have them, and as always, you guys, we're gonna have different opinions about makeup products. If I say that there's some product out there that I don't wanna buy, it doesn't mean that I'm telling you that you're dumb for buying it or that you're dumb for wanting to buy it. Like, we're all gonna have different things that we're into and different products we're drawn to, different techniques that we like, and I'm not here to rain in your parade. Like, don't get mad if I say something or I mention a product or a brand that is just like your favorite thing in the world. I don't mean any harm. There is something in my eye, this one right here, and it's trying to like screw me up. If I get to this video without it actually achieving that goal, I will feel G'd up from the feet up. This is the Milk Cosmetics version of the Silicone. Now, I don't know if you guys are new to the makeup industry, but I feel like sometime around 2015, 2016, we had this moment where this company had released this thing called the Silicone, and I feel like there was a good 6 to 8 week period where I couldn't go on YouTube or Instagram without seeing people talking about this, and well before I saw a single review about it, and I was just like, no, this is silly, okay? Here's why I think it's silly. I obviously have not tried it. I have no intention of ever trying it or spending a dime on the original or this one. I feel like the idea behind it was that it didn't absorb any of your product, which, just to be clear, a lot of times when people are trying to replicate the appearance and texture of human skin, like in special effects, they will use silicone to do that. So if you're worried about excess product, use your hands. You don't need to buy a whole nother product or tool in order to achieve the same result if the only objective here is not to absorb your product. I use my hands to apply foundation all the time, and so does one of my favorite makeup artists in the world. Her name is Mary Greenwell. She's a legend. Google her. She uses hands constantly, and I like to use hands when it's sanitary because there's nothing that really can like melt a product into your skin the way that your hands and your body heat can. So this thing is really just a glorified piece of silicone crap, and it doesn't surprise me that much that Milk Makeup would actually do this, because I feel like their whole vibe and aesthetic is like this, like we're this futuristic, like, oh look, everything we have comes in like a roll-on stick that, I don't know. It doesn't really surprise me that they would do that, but I'm good. I thought we were done with this, but yeah, not doing it. Not gonna buy it. Not gonna buy any of the duplicates, the impersonations, or the whatever. No version of this am I gonna buy. MAC roller eyeliner. But why though? I feel like a lot of people struggle with eyeliner, and I've seen so many fixes or solutions to this problem in the past couple of years. I've seen eyeliner stamps, I've seen eyeliner stencils, and now we have what basically looks like a little wheel with eyeliner on. Honestly, all I can picture when I see this thing is like, you know, when you're in Target and you get the one buggy with the one wheel that won't stay straight and kind of squiggles. That's what I imagine you have a chance of running into with this particular product. Eyeliner is already hard enough, especially liquid eyeliner. Like, I swear to God, it can smell fear. But I don't see like where adding some other bell or whistle to it is actually going to improve upon your application. Just so you guys know, If you're feeling inspired to pick up any of these solutions to your eyeliner woes, I would say don't do it and just practice your eyeliner. There's literally nobody in the world who can do a winged eyeliner that just came out of the womb knowing how to do it. It took practice. All the time that you spend using things like stamps or stencils, or I don't know what else is out there nowadays, but that's time you could be spending learning how to do it. It's not as hard as everyone thinks it is. It just takes practice and dedication, and I will tell you, if you're trying to get good at it, using this little bastard is not the way to go. So definitely not buying the MAC roller eyeliner. KKW contour products. If you're not familiar, KKW stands for Kim Kardashian West. She has launched some from what I understand, kind of underwhelming contour products into the makeup industry. And let me go ahead and say something that's probably going to surprise a lot of you people. I do not feel like Kim Kardashian should not be in the makeup game. If anything, I feel like she is the person who most deserves to be doing this, because in the beginning of like YouTube and Instagram and stuff, a lot of people were mimicking her makeup looks and the techniques and things that her makeup artists were using. At the end of the day, love her or hate her, she is kind of the reason, not the reason, but one of the things that has inspired this embracing of makeup and like learning how to do it and really enjoying it. Because years before her, I guarantee you most people did not feel the way they do now about makeup. However, I do feel like if I was her, I would have really taken my time with putting this makeup brand out. I feel like these celebrity endorsed or whatever you want to call it makeup brands that are coming out by the truckload lately need to pump the brakes and take it back to the drawing board, because this is a space where if you're a purist like me, like if you're gonna start a brand, I feel like you need to really know your shit about makeup, or it's not gonna make any impression on me or anyone that's as dedicated to it as me, I would assume. Her, I suppose, putting out a contour kit or two would make sense because that's kind of what she's known for. But if I was her, I would have sat down with Mario and went into the lab and created some bomb-ass foundation or concealing product first. Number one, I feel like that's where most of these lines are kind of dropping the ball. People are not bringing out complexion products. And number two, contour kits have been a thing. Like those started coming out in like 2013. I don't think that it's smart to come out with a product that everybody's already kind of got enough of, especially if it's not going to be anything new. So I'm not saying she shouldn't be coming out with products. I'm just saying if she's going to do it, she needs to do a better job, because the overall opinion of these are not very good. I'm not saying that means they're horrible. I haven't tried them. I'm just not gonna, because I'm all set on contour kits. Like, I would take the amazing team of makeup artists that she has around her and get into the lab and create something really, really cool and put her name on that. So not gonna buy the KKW contour kits. But if you wanna hire me in product development, Kim, I am available. The Benefit Beauty Stowaways collection. Probably gonna notice a theme here in this anti-haul. It's a lot of celebrity or influencer, what's the word I'm looking for? Endorsed, if you will, products. It's not because I don't think that there's a market for that or a time or a place for that. I just think we're at a full-blown freaking saturation point, to the level now where people can be attached to products that they didn't even help create. And the Benefit Beauty Stowaways collection is a really good example of it. Now, one of my favorite influencers in the whole world, Karen, I love Sadahi, she is one of my favorite, like, ever, love her. She's actually the one who's promoting the Benefit Professional. So it's not like I'm trying to poo-poo on the individuals that are responsible, like, for being the faces of these products in this campaign. I'm poo-pooing on Benefit because that's just lazy. These products have been around in the Benefit line forever. They're like the staples, if you will. And I think it's super lazy just to pick some random, maybe they're not random, maybe it's been like destined in the stars for years, I don't know. But just to pick some influencers and stick their faces on some packaging just to, I don't like re-promotes, okay? I don't know. I felt like this was all marketing. The products, honestly, like Hoola from Benefit is one of my favorite bronzers in the whole world. These are good products. Like, they don't need, if they would have changed the packaging with it or something, like limited edition packaging, like on the actual makeup product, as opposed to just putting it in a box, a different type of box that has Manny MUA's face on it. Like, That's ridiculous to me. So I'm not good. If I am going to buy some of these products, it's not going to be because of this, is what I'm trying to say. So not going into the beauty stowaways collection from Benefit. The Farsali oils. If you spend any time on Instagram, and this is mostly on Instagram where I see this, especially on the Explore page, when you go on the Instagram Explore page and someone has posted a video and they have to pick the thumbnail for that video, like where you're scrolling through the picture that catches your eye, that makes you click on it to watch the video, 99.9% of the time, that thumbnail is of somebody dripping freaking oil on their face or their lips or their eyebrows. Like, I don't get it. I don't know where down the line everyone got the memo that it's a good idea to cover your face in oil before you move forward with your makeup application, but it's horse apples. It's not necessary. Number one, as a person who's worked in the professional makeup artist field for 6 years now, the only time, the absolute only time that I would put oil on someone's face it wouldn't even be a primer. I'm not talking primers. An oil would be a moisturizer. You would have to have extremely dry, dehydrated skin for me to do that. I do not see the benefit of it. And at the end of the day, if you're the type of person who is buying an oil to moisturize your skin with before you go in with your makeup every day, at least to the excess that these girls are dripping this oil on their face, you probably need to take it to the drawing board and start moisturizing and hydrating and exfoliating your skin as a part of your skincare routine. I would use an oil to thin out a cream foundation or a cream foundation that has a really dry formula to make it more emollient and capable of blending into the skin better. But that is still not every day. It's not every day, and it's not for every client. Now, for all I know, every single person who's posting these videos is an extremely dry-skinned person, but I doubt it because it's every freaking video. Now, the other reason, number two, that you don't need to do this is a really expensive oil. How much is it? Hold the phone, I'll tell you. $35 for this oil, $35. Does Farsali have any type of, I don't know, like credibility that makes them the people to go to for oil? Like, do they have a background in skincare or anything in the lab that makes them the go-to $35? No, they don't. It just became Insta famous. Everybody uses it. I don't know, maybe you use it and you love it and it's your favorite thing in the world. It makes your skin look like a glowing goddess baby's butt. I don't know, but for me, there's too many oils on the market as it is. Never gonna buy it. Not gonna happen. $35, my ass. The Storybook Cosmetics Care Bears collection. But I'm gonna take Storybook Cosmetics out of the, like, them being the ones that are gonna get the bulk of my wrath for this particular subject, because I guess that's kind of their thing. Like, I feel like I saw somewhere recently that they're doing a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory collection. I just have an issue because maybe it's because, like, they're not putting out collections or types of collections that I would ever be interested in. This also goes for, like, the pure cosmetics that a My Little Pony collection and Wet n Wild did a mermaid collection. I've just never been my entire life, even as a child, like a fairy tale child. I'm not into Disney. Like, all of that is just right over my head. So for that reason alone, I'm probably never gonna cave. If they came out with like a Edward Scissorhand collection, not even then, because makeup to me has to be something that's functional and is performing really well. I could give two shits about what random aesthetic signifier you attach to it. So all of these, like, whimsical, like, childlike throwback collections, I don't care. Not gonna buy it, not gonna fall for it. Next. Too Faced White Chocolate Bar Palette. I've actually seen this thing on a couple of anti-hauls I've watched over the past few months, and I really hope Too Faced is paying attention because this is a bad idea. Like, scrap this completely. I understand Too Faced has kind of got this whole, like, makeup that smells good idea going on, but it's time to stop with the chocolate thing. Like, it was cute in 2012, 2013, but let's do something else. This just is silly. Just from not only is it played out, not only are the colors stupid, just stop. Move on. Just save yourself a lot of money and don't put this out. Fenty Beauty. I feel like this has been getting so much attention lately since it came out. And initially when I heard that it was coming out, I was like, Oh my God, another freaking celebrity fronted makeup product. I mean, I can't completely knock it because the beauty industry is freaking ginormous right now and a lot of people are trying to get their hands and their feet in it. But to me, I'm always going to be a purist in the sense that if you do not work with makeup, that's why I don't even really have a problem with YouTubers coming out with their own makeup lines, because at least they're like on the ground floor, like getting their hands dirty and like working with a lot of product, and they have a huge frame of reference to go with. But people who've only ever had makeup professionally applied to them, and especially when they're not really heavy makeup users or wearers, or it's just, it's almost like Rihanna could have just come out with like a kitchenware line and it would have made as much sense to me. Like, she eats, so like she came out with a bunch of dishes like at Home Goods. Just same way it's like for me, she wears makeup, so she comes out with a makeup line. It doesn't connect for me. The one thing I will give Fenty Beauty credit for, and that I think is amazing that they're doing, is their foundation line is huge. Their companies are not releasing enough colors for people that are darker skinned. They just stepped in and they're gonna kill it because everyone is just sleeping on this entire group of people who like to wear makeup. So that I am okay with. But any company could have done that at the same time. It did not have to be with Rihanna. I don't know how much like she actually had to do with this, but in my mind, if you're not in the lab doing shit, like really working on this and having a basis of comparison for these products, I don't know, man. I just feel like maybe, like I said, I'm also the type of person, though, to be fair, who like I can love a band, and if that band becomes popular, I get really like territorial and irritated. So it should surprise no one that I'm not thrilled about big, huge, famous celebrities coming in and just like slapping their names on stuff. So anyway, Fenty Beauty, probably going to be an anti-haul for me because as revolutionary as I think the line can be in some ways, I just don't care. I don't care. I'm all set. Lastly, we have the MAC and Nicki Minaj nude lipstick line. Or so the smoke and mirrors behind this collection would lead you to believe that's what this is, because that isn't what it is, and that's really my issue with it. Actually, I have two issues with it. I know I just said that I don't like re-promotes, but MAC I feel a little bit differently about, because they're just a ginormous line. Like, they have such a huge line, so it doesn't bother me when they do re-promotes, because it's easy, not to mention they do a new collection every, I don't know, 15 minutes, but it wouldn't surprise me for them to re-promote their nude lipstick collection. In fact, if that was all they were doing, I might be compelled to go sniffing around in there and update my MAC lipsticks, because I'm sure some of them are expiring soon. Like, that would be something originally that I would have been into doing. But here's the problem. They're not... They're making it seem like MAC and Nicki Minaj have come out with nude lipsticks. Like, they have come together and created new lipsticks. I mean, that's not like, that might be in the fine print somewhere, perhaps, but at first glance, when I first saw this, that's what I thought it was. Upon closer inspection, let's say for the sake of argument, they're releasing 25 nude lipsticks. I think something like 18 of them are re-promotes, and there's a few that are new. And then you have the actual two lipsticks that Nicki Minaj put her name on, and they look pretty much the same. They're super pale, peachy pink colors that I don't think anyone around her skin tone is gonna, maybe you will wear it, maybe you own it, maybe you look beautiful in it, that's fine. But I just don't understand why, if she's gonna attach her name to a part of this lipstick line in particular, they wouldn't be nude lipsticks suited for deeper skin complexions. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, in terms of, why are companies just dropping the ball so hardcore on this? Even to the point of having women of color be the faces of these launches, and yet those products still aren't even like geared towards their skin tone. So that's kind of my issue with that one. Have those lipsticks and you're a lady of color and you like it, you know, that's fine too. I'm just saying, I think that's a missed opportunity. So sorry guys, I will not be getting any of the new MAC lipsticks. Okay guys, that is the end of my second anti-haul video. I really hope this one turns out because I'm not filming it again. Like, I refuse. This is my last attempt at this video. If I seem a little bit lackluster energy-wise, it's because I'm starving and I have vegan chicken fingers and buffalo sauce waiting downstairs for me right now, and I'm catching up on The Walking Dead. It's a good day to be me. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you subscribe if you have not. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Oh my eye! I will catch you guys in the next one.